Before Arunima Sinha became a mountaineer who defied the impossible, she was a national-level volleyball player. The court was her world, a place where she learned teamwork, discipline, and the value of relentless effort. Every match taught her to push harder, to rise after every fall, and to see challenges as opportunities. Her athletic life built not just her body, but a deep mental resilience. Arunima's dreams were simple: represent India, make her family proud, and chase victory with every ounce of her being. Supported by her family and driven by passion, her path seemed set for glory. But fate had a different plan, one that would test her spirit beyond any game. The strength forged on the court would soon become her greatest weapon. Arunima was about to face a challenge no match could prepare her for. In 2011, Arunima's life changed forever on a train journey. Robbers tried to snatch her gold chain, but she fought back, true to her athlete spirit. In retaliation, they threw her from the moving train. She landed on the tracks, and another train crushed her left leg. For 7 agonizing hours, she lay there, drifting in and out of consciousness as trains thundered past. Villagers found her at dawn and rushed her to the hospital. Doctors amputated her left leg below the knee to save her life. Her right leg was also severely injured. The national athlete became an amputee overnight. Rumors and doubts swirled, but Arunima's spirit refused to break. Even in pain, she was determined not to be defined by tragedy. The world saw her as a victim, but she was already planning her comeback. Arunima's fight was just beginning. She would not let this be the end of her story. Lying in her hospital bed, Arunima made a decision that stunned everyone. She would climb Mount Everest. This was more than a dream. It was her way to reclaim her life and silence the doubters. Her family was shocked, but they saw the fire in her eyes and stood by her. For Arunima, Everest became a symbol. Her disability would not define her. She adopted a new mantra. The handicap is only in the body, not in the mind and heart. The biggest mountains, she realized, are the ones within. With her resolve set, the volleyball player transformed into a mountaineer. She was ready to take on the greatest challenge of her life. Arunima's journey to Everest had begun, not just to climb a peak, but to conquer her own limits. The world would soon witness her unbreakable will. Arunima knew she needed guidance to achieve her Everest dream. She sought out Bachendri Pal, the first Indian woman to summit Everest. Nervous but determined, Arunima shared her story and her goal. Bachendri Pal saw not a victim but a fighter and agreed to mentor her. "You've already reached the summit in your mind," Bachendri said. "Now do it for the world to see." With this encouragement, Arunima began grueling training at the Tata Steel Adventure Foundation. She relearned to walk, this time on mountains with a prosthetic leg. Every step was painful, every climb a test of will. Bachendri and her team taught her to respect the mountain and prepare mentally for the challenge. Arunima climbed smaller peaks, building strength and confidence. Doubt and pain were constant, but her mentor's words kept her going. The real climb, she knew, was already won in her mind. In spring 2013, after 2 years of relentless training, Arunima stood at the base of Everest. Every step was a battle. Her prosthetic leg slipped on ice, her body ached, and pain was her constant companion. She relied on her upper body and ice axe, adjusting her prosthetic as she climbed. The mountain was unforgiving, and the risks were real. She passed the frozen bodies of those who had failed before her, a chilling reminder of Everest's danger dangers, yet each sight only strengthened her resolve. Arunima climbed not just for herself, but for everyone who dared to dream. She focused on one step at a time, shutting out pain and fear. The higher she went, the more determined she became. The climb was a test of mind over matter. Arunima was not just fighting the mountain. She was proving the power of the human spirit. The summit was still far, but her will was unshakable. Above 8,000 meters, Arunima entered Everest's death zone, where oxygen is scarce and every step is a struggle. Her prosthetic leg became even more difficult to manage in the extreme cold. Then a crisis. Her oxygen supply was running dangerously low. Her Sherpa urged her to turn back, warning that survival was at stake. Arunima faced the ultimate decision, safety or the summit. She chose to press on, refusing to let fear or doubt win. "I haven't come this far to stop now," she insisted. Her Sherpa was stunned by her resolve. The summit was close, but the risk was immense. Every step was a gamble, but Arunima's purpose was bigger than her own survival. She pushed forward, driven by a mission to inspire others. In the zone of no return, she bet everything on her dream. The world would soon know if her courage would carry her to the top. On May 21st, 2013, Arunima Sinha reached the summit of Mount Everest. The pain and exhaustion faded, replaced by triumph and peace. She unfurled the Indian flag, a symbol of hope for millions. Despite her Sherpa's fears, she insisted on capturing the moment for India's youth. "If I don't make it back, let this video inspire others," she said. The descent was perilous. Her oxygen ran out and she collapsed. Miraculously, another climber shared an extra cylinder, saving her life. Arunima returned with proof of her achievement and a message for the world. Her summit was not just personal victory, it was a beacon for anyone told they couldn't achieve their dreams. She had climbed for herself, for India, and for every dreamer. Arunima's journey had changed the meaning of impossible. Arunima returned to India a national hero, honored with the Padma Shri. But Everest was just the beginning. She set her sights on the 7 summits, the highest peaks on every continent. One by one, she conquered Kilimanjaro, Elbrus, Kosciuszko, Aconcagua, Denali, and finally Vinson Massif in Antarctica. Each climb tested her limits, but her determination never wavered. In 2019, she became the first female amputee to complete the 7 summits. Her achievement inspired a nation and proved that no obstacle is too great. Arunima's flags on the world's highest peaks became symbols of hope and pride. She showed the world the strength of the human spirit and the heart of an Indian woman. Her journey was more than personal triumph. It was a victory for all who dare to dream. Arunima Sinha had redefined what was possible. Arunima Sinha's legacy goes far beyond mountaineering. Her story inspires millions, from classrooms to boardrooms. She's a role model for resilience, cited by new generations of trailblazers. Arunima founded a sports academy for differently abled athletes, giving them a platform to shine. She works to provide prosthetics and support for others facing similar challenges. As a motivational speaker, she shares her mantra, "The only true disability is a disabled mind." Arunima urges everyone to find their own Everest and pursue it with faith. Her life proves that tragedy can be transformed into triumph. Arunima's true legacy is the hope she gives others, the belief that anyone can rise from despair to greatness. She's a living symbol of courage, showing the world that the highest mountains can be climbed with an unbreakable spirit.